welcome to the TheHobidyBooby, the Cycle Order Last Flare, and back again. And today we'll be reacting to the Blitzcrank gameplay review, as well as the dev update here. So I know I'm like a few days late on this, but at least not a couple weeks late, like the V reaction I did. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks later after she released. Anyway, let's go and jump into this as we have a bit here, because this thing is, over 10 minutes, so yeah. Try to keep myself. We don't want to react to that. We're gonna go straight to the actual source. 2XKO. Right here, man.
Hostiles approaching. Reciprocating hostility.
So it says that he is the the grappler of the game. Remember seeing a tweet from ooh, she called her trash, or he called her trash. How dare you call my girl trash? That's allowed. I'm gonna slap the shit out of you, Mr. Robo Man. I remember seeing a tweet from PD K&M, or Ketchup actually, hoping that there's going to be a red variant, and I know I saw something on Twitter, I think earlier today. Hugs? You want yourself a hug? I love to grapple.
Greetings, Echo. Shall we damage some enemy units? Ready?
Get OTG with that thing?
Mustache Man, you are encumbered by tiny pests.
Mustache Man, I like it. This sounds like the character I have to play just because he's just making comments I feel I'd make. He's definitely making comments I'd be making. I'm gonna change the position of my camera here soon.
Error.
Extend. Wee. I'm gonna hit motherfuckers with that wee, man. I'm gonna wee all over him. Never mind.
Into the faces. Is that proper trash talk?
Houston work, but it's alright. He's trying.
Engage.
He's trying.
Hazardous unit contained. Unit dismantled. You should change your settings to win.
The closed beta, definitely looking forward to that. Hopefully I'll be able to play it. But let's go ahead and back out of here, and then I'm going to go ahead and get things set up for the other trailer there. But looking good with the gameplay reveal. Let's see what this says after I take care of some stuff. All right, let's jump in here and see what we got. This is the dev update. All right, make sure.
Hello everyone, my name is Caroline, and I am the champion designer on Blitzcrank. And with me, we have...
I'm Alex, I'm the lead champion designer on 2XKO.
Blitzcrank is a champion that we knew from the beginning that we really wanted to have in our game.
We knew Blitz was going to be our first true grappler in the game. Just look at those hands.
That's really cool, man.
They're ready.
Hey, hold on a second. We'll just go back.
Our first true grappler.
That's right here.
Just look at those.
That's really nice with the pickup as well. That's so
ready.
Grab you.
They're ready for that command grab. Blitzcrank is from Zon. They were kind of designed to clean up after all the sump and all of the waste that's all around there. So we actually named a lot of.
He's basically Wally.
After that.
All right, so I'm definitely gonna play him because I love Wally.
Thinking about designing a grappler in 2XKO, usually grapplers are really slow, and Blitzcrank doesn't quite move the fastest. You see there. It takes them a little while to get from one end of the screen to the other.
You'll get there, little buddy.
But the place that Blitzcrank really wants to be is up close. This is the desired position for.
So basically have him with
Blitzcrank
Ari, and then get in with Ari, and then just switch to Blitzcrank, and then just go to town. Basically. That's probably what I will be doing, because I love Ari, so Ari's gonna be like one of my main characters that I play constantly on like almost every team, most likely. Still holding out hope for Misfortune,
and
but
so even if
I don't see her
jumping,
happening.
I could also
early
jump
on.
and command grab. Blitzcrank kind of cheats a little bit, where they have a special that will actually bring the opponent right next to them. These rocket grabs are on Blitzcrank's S1 specials. They have the ability to pull you in on hit or on block. So even if you block this, I'll be able to bring you into this grapple zone. And if you're continuing to block, then I would just grab you out of that spot, and we're put into the same position again. You might notice that the rocket grab has this follow-up into an uppercut. And this is actually inspired by the League of Legends QE combo. And even if you're jumping in the air, I would be able to yoink you from the air. And even if I'm on the ground and you're in the air, I can restand you back into this position.
So Blitzcrank is all about that yoink and yeet, bro.
With down S1, Air Purifier, Blitzcrank pulls them out of the air and kind of pulls them in right to next to their side. So you can even call your assist to continue the combo.
Okay.
Or you can do this kind of guaranteed input where Blitzcrank will switch sides and put them into a ground bounce.
Cool.
You might notice this.
I want the ground
bar
bounce
at
to
the
come back
bottom
from
here
Ari
a little
with
puff.
her
What
downward
Blitz does here
attack.
is they can start spinning their arm to generate steam.
I really want
and
that to
the
come back.
steam
I don't think it's
kind of
going
converts
to.
into the
I don't think it's going to, though.
electricity,
I still think it's going
and
to.
that empowers their special moves in unique ways that actually help them with their next interaction. And Blitzcrank holds on to the steam when tagged out. You can charge a little bit, tag out, and then come back and actually finish the charge. It stops the decaying from happening as well.
That's nice.
Okay.
Basically, what happens is Blitzcrank gets empowered S1 specials. Let's take a look at the S1 Rocket Grab. What this does is it comes out a little bit faster, and then
All
it
right.
blasts through, and then you get a little combo at the end.
All right,
So
because
the other
it, you know,
things
charges
that
up with
you
the
get from
electricity.
Steam
Got it.
are all of Blitzcrank's down S2 command grabs will actually have one hit of armor.
Okay.
If you hold down S2, Blitzcrank does a little run while doing the command grab, and they're actually armored through the whole time that they are doing this when they have steam. So I'm gonna just run at you, and then you can try to jab me out of it. Yeah.
I gotta do this. The classic.
Oh, yeah, there you go. The jump
All right,
jump.
man.
Amazing games. Like, I got
So how
this.
many
like,
times?
oh, I
how many
told her.
hits of armor does he have, though? You know
The
what I
other
mean?
ways that Blitzcrank can gain steam are through some of their S2 specials. Probably one of my favorite moves. It's called the Wrecking Ball, and it's their Air S2. Blitzcrank turns into a little
Yeah.
wrecking ball.
Yeah, basically
and
turns into
you
Miley
gain
Cyrus.
steam
Got it.
with each hit of it, including the little flip out that they do.
He's
here.
Miley's
There's a
all
lot
over him.
of combo depth in sort of picking where you're optimizing for damage or meter gain or steam gain or spending your steam to get that extra damage. We don't want Blitz to be like too brainy a character, right? It's more about knowing your opponent than it is about like knowing a million different routes that you have to use differently in every situation. So plenty of optimization you can take on if you want to.
Yeah.
But a lot of stuff just works and works pretty intuitively.
Other ways
right.
to get Blitzcrank into kind of a stronger state to give you a bit more advantage for the next move is the S2 Rocket Punch. And so I can punch through the projectiles, and then
Okay.
I can actually cancel that into a Rocket Grab. So
Right.
on hit, on block,
Right
I
on,
can
right on.
kind of do a little 1-2 punch and pull them in.
Just give him the old one,
One
too.
way that we wanted to add some more of a hands feel for our grappler mains in our game was to kind of add in some extra tech. And one way that we did that is by adding in a car cancel. It's a little subtle, but what you are doing here is taking the forward S2 spinning turbine
Okay.
and then canceling it into the crouch S2 garbage collection. And
Okay.
what that does is it gives Blitzcrank a little bit of an extra boost. So if I'm over here and I'm like, oh, I just whiffed that grab.
I feel so safe.
You
You're
are so
so far
safe. But if I added in the forward S2 momentum and add that momentum to the grab, then I can suddenly
Okay.
close that distance and grab Jinx out of the corner.
Okay, so let's try to back up what they're saying
But
here.
if I'm over here, and what that does is it gives Blitzcrank a little bit of an extra boost. So if I'm over here and I'm like, oh, I just whiffed that grab.
I feel so safe.
You
You're
are so
so far
safe. But if I added in the forward S2 momentum and add that momentum to the grab, then I can suddenly
Okay.
close that distance and grab Jinx out of the corner. One
So pretty much just
interesting
have to
thing
try to
here is
use
that
the-
even when
I wonder
you
if you
are
can cancel
doing
anything
the
else.
Car canceled version of garbage collection. It actually changed the name to prompt disposal because it's faster, but it maintains the armor from the steam.
Okay.
So if I were to do this and like Jinx were to try to hit me during it, then I would actually keep that armor. You might be wondering,
Okay,
can
so-
I continue the step into the running version of this? And you actually can't. So you're kind of opting into whether or not you want
Yeah,
to
okay, all right.
calculate the perfect distance versus the slower version, which will guaranteed, but it takes a lot longer to get there.
Yeah.
So there's like an
But
execution
definitely,
test and
you always
kind of
want to
an
make sure
awareness
that you
test, understanding your space.
You definitely want to make sure that
Exactly.
you
The
have the
better you
armor.
know
I feel
your
if you ever
champion,
do that,
the
like,
better that
walking
you'll be
charge
able to
thing,
execute.
and possibly you might want to
If
have some
your
kind of like
opponent's kind of starting
assist before they, said this way. They're not talking. I'm not talking. Like you want to make sure that you have some kind of like good aerial assist to like stop them from getting into the air to where basically they have to either eat it or try to hit you out as quickly as they can. I feel like that might be the best option because it seems like you might have only one hit of armor, so basically like 2 hits, that's it. Hopefully remember to edit this thing out properly, but what I was trying to say in my rambly way, just tripping over words as I usually do, is that if you make like the super brain read, right, the big brain read, and you try to they think that you're going to like do like the aerial assist, right? So it's like, okay, I'm just gonna like blow passes to try to beat them with that attack. If you only get one hit of armor, right, and they try to hit you out of it and try to continue the combo, then you can do like a grounded assist to keep yourself safe, or at least to just do more damage. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, let them continue here with what they're saying.
You're going to do the rocket grab and then they parry it. You can just fake them out, and then I just go in.
What's she's saying
know
here?
your champion, the better that you'll be able to execute these. If your opponent's kind of starting to predict that you're going to do the rocket grab and then they parry it, you can just fake them out, and then I just go into the steam charge,
okay.
and now I got
Right
full
on,
steam
right
while
on.
she was while she was parrying.
Busy posing.
And
you can just backdash out of that if you want to,
yes.
right?
I can cancel out of the steam charge, and
Nice.
it will give me that little boost. Like it gives me about 10% each time that I go into it.
Oh, nice.
And so if I just
So, I mean-
like got really good at backdash canceling,
Yeah,
then
so-
I could just stay pretty safe, stay pretty far back, and get that.
I feel like
full bar
that's going to
steam,
be that might be
and
some of
then-
his pressure
and then
right there.
capitalize
Pretty
on
much
it.
do like some
Yeah.
particular
And that's
block
another place where we
strings.
see some of the
I say like do some particular block strings and then cancel into that backdash and then like some other kind of block string or maybe something else, right? And then maybe also keep yourself safe with the assist as well, or try to like throw people off with like different timings for the assists. So
your
yeah.
combos, right?
Obviously, a lot of depth when it
getting
comes to stuff
wall
like that.
bounce, doing a
For
little
me,
bit
I'm
of
just
a
like I'm
charge
also
steam
concerned
surge
about
in
the
there,
combos as well
backdashing,
because
and
like the
then
combos
continuing
like
the
that
combo.
right
I love
that
that.
right there look
It's
pretty
so
good, but it's just like
cool.
I'm still super
To
disappointed
round
that
out
it really
Blitzcrank's
seems
kit,
like they
we've
kind of
got,
like
supers.
changed specific bounce mechanics when it comes to specific combos and everything, especially with Ari, for example, right? And even things with Alawi when it came to these Alpha Lab 2, I was just having a lot of trouble with, right? I just had to like relearn everything, and that's one of the main reasons I just didn't have anything up. Plus, I mean, the fact it was over WrestleMania weekend, and then it was like I only had 3 days of this damn thing, right? And it's like, dude, it just takes me a while. I'm sorry, it does. It just takes me a while. That's the reason why, usually it's super delayed on a lot of things that I have and a lot of things that I put up. But yeah, this Tuesday I would definitely try to make sure I get whatever I can if I'm able to play the beta on PC.
As well.
If my computer's
We
strong enough to
have
handle it.
two supers
Especially because
on
I really hope it is,
Blitzcrank's
because
kit. One is
he's looking fun, and
kind
I
of
wanna play
what
him.
we use mostly for combo enders, the S1 Super Helping Hand. And you can hit this OTG off the ground, and you can also deal a ton of damage. What it does is it actually gives you a full bar of steam when you hit the opponent with it, whether they block or they get hit by it.
You can tell by the spinny arm.
You can tell by the spinning arm. Jinx, we're blocking here.
Right
Then
on.
I get that full steam, and technically I would be punishable here, but I would also have armor for the next interaction. So S2 Super is static field. This will cause a giant electrical field around them, and because I have steam, I can also hold the S2 button to spend
Okay.
that extra steam. Blitzcrank
All
is
right.
the only champion in our game so far with a command grab ultimate. So they are invincible on startup, and
Of course.
it will grab them. So even if they're blocking, you'll be able to go into this
No
ultimate.
shit. Throws are a block? What? That's crazy.
Because it's a command grab and because it's active on frame 0.
After the super freeze.
Exactly. Yeah. And so the way to defend against this,
You have
because
to
can't
jump.
block it, is to jump. And
Yeah,
so
you
if
have
the
no choice
opponent's
but to
already
jump.
in the air, then I wouldn't be able to get this. I can't grab them and get punished for it because I made that
You deserve
decision.
it. Yeah.
So you might be like, oh, Blitzcrank is a support character. What is their assist like? What happens when you have them on the back line instead of on the front line? So Blitzcrank has rocket grabs as their assists as well. They have the kind of grounded rocket grab that pulls
Okay.
the opponent in.
Hell yeah.
And they also have an air rocket grab that pulls them in from the air. And it actually causes a restand, which is pretty scary.
Nice.
So if I were, let's say, doing an Ari combo here, and then I just kind of, I can pull them back and can now continue my combo. Or I
Right on,
can
man.
pull them back and mix them up. Or even if I
That'd be
were
fun.
to just jump over them, call a rocket grab, I now have them in a sandwich situation where I can mix them up left and right.
Blitz basically just puts the opponent where you want them. And as a
Yeah.
teammate, that's kind of even stronger, right?
Basically, yeah.
I guess it's kind of a double-edged sword though, because let's say you don't have that kind of synergy with your partner, and I'm like doing my little combo here, and then they pull them, or let's say Blitzcrank pulls them out of an air combo while I don't want them to, then you might want to communicate ahead of time. Like, I'm going to go for the grab. Be ready for it. I don't want to mess up your combo. And so it's a really good teammate development tool.
I love that. Yeah, you team bonding exercise.
Yeah, okay.
Blitzcrank, as a support
Trust fall
character,
type stuff, right?
I'm wondering who Blitzcrank pairs really well with. So Blitz, because they want to kind of gain that steam. Other support characters are actually
Gain that steam.
surprisingly good teammates.
That's cool.
I have Ari on my team right now, but let's say if we have Brehm on the team, Brehm would be able to create that shield. Even Yasuo
Yeah.
would be able to come in with a wind wall assist, and then Blitzcrank can safely gather steam that way. So that's
Yeah.
more for like if I want to optimize for resource. Even with using Ari as a meat shield and then I charge steam and then tag, you'd be able to do that. But Blitzcrank, because they want to get in, Ari calling the assist, getting in, and then now I'm in a perfect situation to also be in that grapple zone.
Yeah, it feels like
So I feel like one of Ari's assists is actually pretty good in the situation where if you do, I forget, it's the one thing where she kind of like floats in the air and she shoots a bunch of like energy balls or whatever at you. Like when she does that, that might be like a really good block string right there to try to gather the thing. I mean, in theory, it seems like that might be a pretty good idea to do that.
Well,
So
every archetype
definitely
works
see
really
if I can
well for
actually do
Blitz
that.
because one way or another, they either get them the ability to build steam, so Blitz can bring you to them,
Right.
Or they make a projectile or a hitbox so that Blitz can make their way in on their own.
It's kind of funny because I also designed Alawi. Alawi is another example of a slower champion, and they work well together because if Alawi has her tentacles out, then the command grabs just happen to put them into a situation where they get grabbed again by the tentacles. Blitzcrank is also really interesting to use with the sidekick fuse. Sidekick fuse is when you are controlling one point. They have a bigger health bar. They have more super meter. What you have are access to the assists from your secondary character. And so what Blitzcrank does here is allows you to reposition your opponent in ways that other characters in our game can't really do. You'd also be able to use their super assist to just get that extra hitbox on the
So,
on the
I mean, does that
their
take-
super assist
Yeah, okay.
to just get that extra hitbox on the on the screen to finish off your opponent.
Yeah, and Sidekick's
Nice.
really nice when you're trying to learn a new character, for example. You don't have to be thinking about two characters at once. You get to focus all your energy on, say, learning Ari, and then you've just got Blitz there to come with whoever you're trying to learn, just to bring him in and make life a little bit more fun.
Yeah, so that's Blitzcrank. You can play Blitzcrank during closed beta. If you playtested before, no need to register again. Otherwise, you can sign up at play2xko.com.
Have fun. Don't get grabbed.
Don't get grabbed. All right, so I could have swore that when I read the closed beta stuff, it did say basically you're in there if you had access to it, right? You don't have to register again, but it did say something about like you're pretty much already guaranteed to go if you had access to either one or two, right? I'm pretty sure it said something like that. I'm quite confident that's what I read with the thing. I'm not going to go back into it now, especially because the thing is dragging on a little bit. But the point is, if I have the ability to play it, because as I've said, my computer is not the strongest computer here, so as long as it has the ability to run the game, and also hopefully has the ability to not only run the game, but record stuff, I'll be able to try to get some videos up. Hopefully I'll be able to do that because I'm definitely looking forward to playing this game. I do believe I maybe mentioned this during the V reaction, but I'm not going to be able to play this thing as much as I really wanted to be able to play it before, right? Because I didn't really think I was going to stop playing the Tekken 8 rank session, but yeah, I kind of stopped playing that. Whenever Armor King releases, I'll play him. Whenever the new character for Tekken 8 comes out later on this year, I'll play her. They'll get their 2 sessions in. Both of them get their 2 sessions apiece, right? But yeah, I had planned to bring back the Tekken 8 rank session sometime later on this year. I'm just not going to do that right now. I don't have plans for it now because I don't really feel like playing it, honestly. But what I would try to do is maybe start to have some streams dedicated to other things like fighting games, learning fighting games, playing them online, maybe taking those things out and putting them up as videos so that way I can try to have at least some videos throughout the week besides just streams because it's only been streams here recently. I finished up Lost Soul Aside. I really enjoyed that game. I also beat in the same week, or well, last week anyway, I beat Shinobi Art of Vengeance, and I really enjoyed that game as well. But that's really all I've been doing is just playing a lot of different things, right? Just playing games because I'm excited about other games coming out. If I do have time here soon, I'm going to try to start the Resident Evil marathon of things, playing the Resident Evil games as well because I love Resident Evil and I can't wait for 9 next year, but or Requiem. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can hopefully try to get around doing stuff like that. I'm going to guarantee get at least a couple, hopefully within the first few weeks of this game's release. It's apparently supposed to still come out in 2025. I don't know if it's going to happen. I hope it can, but at the same time, I don't know because Octopath Traveler 0 is going to come out in December, so hopefully this thing releases sometime in November, because 0 is taking full priority, because this time I am going to beat an Octopath Traveler game. I have not beat the other games, and they are still my game of the year for the respective years they came out in. But my point is that a lot of stuff I'm going to be doing, and a lot of it has been streams and not really dedicated to videos as I've done before. And I feel like I might just start doing streams, right, to continue on the streams, but then probably just take the gameplay from the streams and just put that thing up. Especially when it comes to something like a fighting game, because it'll be so much easier. It's like, okay, we're playing this right here, not much else I really talk about, so just do that, maybe do like a live rank session, and then kind of like edit it down for the rank session series, or whatever series it's going to be. I don't know. I might do something similar to that, and then try to create a rank session whenever I can, whenever I have time. But guaranteed, I can say that Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays are going to be the days that I stream. On rare occasions, it may not be, because my friend might come down, might want to play, or might want to hang out or something like that. So if he wants to come down, it's like, I'm not going to deny him all the time, but I mean, if I really need to get some stuff done, I probably will. I'll have to do that. But mainly Thursday, Friday, Saturday is always going to be like streaming days. Wednesdays, there should be something on that days if I have a lot to do, especially something like Octopath Traveler 0. It's going to take a very long time to beat that game, so I'm going to try to stream that as much as possible. Sundays as well, so Wednesdays, Sundays probably. Mondays and Tuesdays, maybe not. Mondays possibly, but Tuesdays, I would say not. I haven't really been doing anything on Tuesdays. The only exception is probably going to be when Ninja Gaiden 4 releases, because it comes out October 21st, which is a Tuesday. And I'm going to play that game as soon as possible. I really do, because I'm really looking forward to that. But right now, I am rambling, but just trying to give you all some information, just in case you do want to stop by or stop back around for all that type of stuff. This game is going to be amazing. I already know it. I already loved both the Alpha 1 and 2, and even though like I was very disappointed with how the combo system was, as I was alluding to earlier, it was still fun. It's still a fun game, and there's a hell of a lot more that can be done, so just just stick around on the channel if you want fighting game content and mini playthroughs of many different types of games, especially the games coming out later on this year, like Octopath Traveler 0 and what else is coming out this year? Pretty sure there's something else. Ninja Gaiden 4. I literally just talked about it. Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm a fucking idiot. Anyway, also Double Dragon Revive. But this is Psycho Last Valerian. Wish you the best. Thanking you all for watching. Hope that you take care. Hope that you have a good one. And I hope to see you in the next video or stream. Peace.
As we wait for the smoke to clear and we watch our dreams appear, I know that we can rise together. This vision that we share is ours. Together we can touch the stars. I know that we will see December.